Are you recently single and wanting to know what you should do? Are you trying to meet organically, but it seems like you haven't met anybody organically? It would be great to meet somebody at the grocery store or run into them on the street, but has it happened? For most of us, no. And in that situation, we're looking for somebody to date, but how do we put ourselves out there? And so today's video, I'm going to talk about the positive aspects of dating sites. I know that some of you are scared about getting on a dating site. I realize that many of my clients are recently newly single, and so it's a very new thing for them. And so to get on a dating site seems a little overwhelming, but let's really talk about those positive aspects so we can kind of understand dating sites better and see if that's a fit for you. The first great aspect of a dating site is you're going to the same place for the same thing, and that's awesome. So everybody's there to meet somebody, to get to know, and to eventually fall in love with, and to have a long-term relationship or marriage. That's the reason for a dating site. And so when you're on that site, that's what you're looking for. I mean, a reputable dating site, that is what you're looking for. So you're putting yourself out there in the right place. You're not just going to random venues or bars or going to the grocery store in hopes that you meet somebody single. Another great aspect of the dating sites is that you're able to create your own bio, a bio that you've written for yourself, expressing who you are and information about you, which is wonderful because it's right there. The other great part is that you're able to express what you're looking for in someone else. So the things that you're looking for, the qualities you would like them to have, and the things that you would like to have in common, which you're already kind of making things a lot easier because somebody can read your bio and read that other stuff and either say, hey, that seems like something I'd like to pursue, or no, that's definitely not me. And so you're already kind of weeding out a lot of things as well. And you're already putting out there what you're looking for. Another great aspect is that you're able to communicate with people before actually physically meeting them. And that's huge, is that you're able to communicate, you're able to message back, eventually get on a phone call, conversate, text, what have you. And so you're able to start a rapport without having to actually physically be there. And I know that some of you might say, well, that is a problem for me. But I think if you're able to weed out some other things and maybe weed out some red flags prior to physically meeting, not only is it not so time consuming, but it also helps you in your efforts to really move forward and to be able to catch things that if you weren't able to actually communicate prior, you wouldn't catch until the actual date itself. Another great aspect is that you're not only confined to meeting people organically. You could actually meet lots of different people and you're able to go online and meet them. And so the organic meeting is great, but sometimes it just doesn't happen because of our life situations, our lifestyle, and our working situations. And so this takes that out and allows us to meet other people that we might not necessarily meet if we're just basing it on our day-to-day activity. Like I was talking about earlier, the organic concept. See, the other great aspect of the dating site is you don't have to just accept who you meet organically. And I know that a lot of times we want to meet people organically, but sometimes we just kind of settle because it happens to be the person there. We might not have a lot in common with them. They might be kind of in our similar age range, and maybe we live in a smaller community, and so, well, that's our option. But in this situation, we don't have to just settle for that. We're able to open up our horizons and meet people that are maybe in adjacent areas or adjacent cities, and people we wouldn't meet, obviously, if we were just speaking and just meeting organically. Another great aspect too is that we don't have to just go out to the bars to meet people. And I've had clients say, you know, I have friends, I hate it. They're always out at the bars. They're always trying to meet people. It's just a real turn off for me. It's something I don't want to do. And this is great because if you're online, it's something you don't necessarily have to do, because who knows if you're going to meet anybody at that bar. And is that necessarily your value system? I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm not arguing or judging on anybody about alcohol, but I'm saying sometimes we go to places that are not necessarily based around our values in hopes of meeting somebody. And this kind of takes the guesswork out of that. We're able to go online, put out our bio, respond to people, and then be able to meet them on our own terms in places that we want to meet. Maybe we want to take a cooking class, or we want to go to the specific restaurant, or we want to check out this outdoor venue, and we're able to do that instead of going to the places that we think single people will be at. And last but not least, if you work from home and you don't work in a big corporation and you don't have a lot of people around you, this allows you to meet other people, because otherwise, if you're working from home or you're working for yourself, you are not interacting with that many people in a day. You might just see 2 or 3 people a day. So how are you going to ever meet somebody organically that way? And so this takes that guesswork out of it and allows you to put yourself out there, being able to meet people digitally and then deciding if you want to actually take that to reality as far as in the physical form and meeting them directly. And so I think this is really helpful, because I know that a lot of people are scared about dating sites, but the same issues that we're going to have in dating is going to be whether you meet people organically or digitally. And we're going to talk about that in a later video that I'll be talking about, the disadvantages of dating sites so we can really pursue that as well. In the meantime, if you're recently single and you've taken that time and you've done the work, it's probably time to start seeing if you want to meet somebody, and putting yourself out there is a really good step. And able to craft your bio and really think about who you really, really want to meet, and the person that is really connected with you is very valuable. So start doing that work and thinking about it before you join the online site, and think about, who is it that I really want to meet? What things do I want to have in common? And what do I want that other person to have as well? So these are very important aspects. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like on this video if this content has connected with you. And in the comments section, let me know, have you been on a dating site recently and have you had positive results? I think that's a very interesting aspect, because I think there's a lot of positive results out there. I have been to many weddings of people that met on one of those dating sites. And so I feel like, there's obviously pros and cons, but many people are finding people on those sites today. So stay tuned. In the meantime, we have another video coming out on the disads of the dating site, but don't forget to live your true life.